You probably have not heard of White Star, but it's the foundation of the Green Berets, where they came from. Before America officially went to war in Vietnam, America had already gone to war. Not with divisions, not with tanks, but secretly, with units of 12 men at a time. No flags, no uniforms, no backup. If they were captured, Washington denied that they were ever there. This is the story of Operation White Star, the mission that didn't just fight a war. It was the mission that created the Green Berets. It's 1959, and the United States is watching Southeast Asia unravel. The French are gone. Vietnam is splitting in two, and next door, in Laos, something even worse is happening. Communist forces are moving quietly through the jungle, building supply routes, political cells, guerrilla armies, and America cannot intervene openly because Laos is officially neutral. So the US Army does something radical. It sends a handful of soldiers who don't look like soldiers at all. They speak the language. They live in the villages. They wear local clothes. They don't command armies. They build them from scratch. The men selected come from a new and untested unit, the United States Army Special Forces. They're linguists, demolitions experts, medics, radio operators. Each man is trained to operate independently. They are sent into Laos under Operation White Star. Officially, they are advisors to the Laotians. Unofficially, they are America's first unconventional warfare teams. White Star is not about fighting battles. It is about creating resistance. The teams move into remote villages and mountain regions. They embed with tribal groups, the Hmong, the Lao, and other minorities long ignored by the central governments. They don't issue orders, they listen. They learn the terrain, the politics, the local rivalries. Then they do something revolutionary. They teach the villagers how to defend themselves, how to organize, how to communicate, how to fight as guerrillas. This is foreign internal defense before the term even exists. White Star has no bases. There are no perimeters. There are no extraction plans. The men sleep in huts, eat the same food as the villagers, and they live under constant threat of betrayal. North Vietnamese-backed forces are everywhere. If a Green Beret is compromised, there is no rescue. He will die there. If he is killed, his death will not be acknowledged. He will be officially forgotten, except by the people he trained. This is war without headlines and without forgiveness. Despite the advisor cover story, combat is inevitable. White Star teams run intelligence networks. They train guerrilla units. They conduct ambushes and raids. They call in air support through covert channels. They fight outnumbered, outgunned, and completely isolated. What keeps them alive is not firepower. It is trust. Trust built by living among the people they fight alongside, by staying when things go wrong, by sharing the risk. By the early 1960s, something becomes clear. Small teams, embedded early, can shape entire regions. They don't need to control territory. They need to control relationships. Operation White Star becomes the blueprint for everything that follows. Village defense forces, special forces operations in Vietnam, and later in Afghanistan and Iraq. This is where the Green Beret identity is forged, not as commandos, but as soldier diplomats who fight. White Star also reveals a darker truth. When political support fades, when alliances are abandoned, it is not just Americans who pay the price. Many indigenous fighters trained under White Star were later hunted down. Most were executed. Some disappeared into the jungles. The Green Berets leave, forced out by a nation tired of war. The consequences remain. This is the burden of unconventional warfare. You don't just train fighters, you change lives forever. Every Green Beret mission that follows carries White Star's DNA. From Vietnam to El Salvador to Afghanistan, the mission stays the same. Work with others, fight through others, win without owning the battlefield. And when it works, no one notices. When it fails, men die in the shadows. And everyone asks why America was there at all. Operation White Star never got a parade. Its veterans never saw themselves in a movie. But they created a way of war that still defines America's most dangerous missions. 12 men, no safety net, no recognition, just the belief that the right people in the right place can change the course of history. They didn't just fight the first quiet war, they became the Green Berets. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll see you next time.